Coming at you live from the My Insurance Sky Group studios. Welcome to the Homes and Homies podcast, where we talk about real estate, mortgage, insurance, and trending stuff, also known as events. Welcome to the Homes and Homies podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
With your host, the loan doctor, the one and only, Michael William Litwin.
Thank you. John Henry Hansen. Henry Hansen, or Handsome Hansen.
And James the Big D Cardenas.
You're making the man blush. He's blushing.
You know how to make a man blush.
Oh, we left poor Ernest.
Yeah,
hanging
guys,
there.
come on, guys.
And Ernest, the face Enriquez.
That's right. And then
but we have some special guests with us today. Some co-hosts from our friendly reel here in San Antonio. We got Ken, the Man Carter, and Brad, the Punisher.
Punisher.
Something or another.
On the fly, that's fun.
What are you punishing?
Whatever I have to.
No, but they also have a podcast. You guys check it out. It's all things San Antonio, and they talked about some cool stuff around here in San Antonio. So.
Oh, I butchered it up there on the board. I put all about SA.
I think they're much more
That's
organized
what
than
it's
we are.
about. The podcast is all about SA, but
Okay.
it's called All Things San Antonio.
So
All
what made
things San Antonio.
where did that come from?
It's as we're all in the industry of real estate and that kind of stuff, and we've got to build out like podcasts and videos. It's kind of the nature of the beast at this point.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've struggled with, like not really wanting to put myself out there because I have daughters, and like social media is not my favorite in that regards.
Right.
And we just kind of brought it back to like what it is. Why do we do real estate here? What do we do? And it's like it's everything about San Antonio is great. And we just wanted to highlight all the great things about San Antonio, and at the same time, talk crap, talk smack about the worst city, Austin.
Pretty much.
Isn't that our sister city?
No.
Our adopted, maybe.
Our adopted
Our disowned, one of the two.
I'd say it's more like a third cousin. You know,
Step cousin.
they moved down from the East Texas.
Yeah.
You know, they're a little bit country.
Well,
too.
it's like if anything tells you, like we literally share an MLS with Houston now, and it's
not
like,
Austin.
Yeah, they say, like, they're like 4 hours away.
That's kind of hysterical, but that's cool because one thing, and I've always told agents down here, is that so I was an agent up in Washington. I still am an agent up in Washington. I'm a broker up in Washington State. Been there for 8 years now. And one of the things that I found really weird about San Antonio is like we were doing things like this up there 7 years ago, and it's now just getting to San Antonio, which is cool. So you guys are like on the cutting edge of like agents adopting and kind of doing those strategies, which is awesome. So I think that's gonna be great for you guys. I think y'all are gonna do awesome and go far. So
I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
You just said we're 7 years behind. That's not cutting edge.
it's cutting edge for San Antonio. Come on, guys.
He said we're 7 years behind. The rest of San Antonio is about 10 years behind.
The rest. Well, that's
As far
just,
as agents.
That's just the thing too, and like with everything going on in the world of real estate right now, it's funny that agents are so scared and worrying about something that's so like minute when they should really be worrying about, well, how am I going to get in front of a specific type of audience now? Like, what am I going to do to separate myself from the pack? Like, how do I gain that extra advantage to go and win those listings? Because I think, in my interpretation, people are going to become, or agents are going to become more focused on becoming a seller's agent versus a buyer's agent, right?
Well, I mean, I've done that the whole time just because I'm not great at showing houses all the time.
It's because you're a boss.
I enjoy working with sellers. Just it's kind of, I don't know. It's where you start talking about equity and everything. There's a lot of things. What are you going to do moving forward? You
Right.
get into the investment side of it, and it starts getting my interest levels and everything going. But I think buyers agents are definitely going to have a little bit of a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the same time, it's not going to be that much different in Texas in general because we're such a disclosure state anyways.
Right.
And so it's put a little bit of a spotlight on it, but it's the same conversations that we've had in the past. I mean, I don't know if we talked about before, like when talking to sellers, I've never had a conversation where commission didn't come up.
Right.
And it's like, what are we going to pay them? What are we going to pay them? And so it's just the same conversation. And then from a buyer's agent standpoint, it really goes down to, it's like we were talking to the team the other day during a training. It's just make an offer.
Right.
It's just make an offer. And if you want them to pay part of the commission, put that on the offer. It's negotiable. Everything is negotiable, and let's just put everything. It always starts with an offer.
Right.
And we can go from there.
See, and I was in Northwest MLS, and Northwest MLS in 2015 decided to basically say, hey, like, on y'all's commission agreements, you have to have your buyers sign those before you go and show a property. So, like, we've already kind of been practicing that, which is nice. But at the same time, now it's just kind of like instilling that you have to build that value proposition to those buyers who could technically be liable for paying your compensation.
And at the same time,
certain things happen.
And if we're going to throw different states under the bus and stuff like that, like if you go to Florida, they don't even require sellers to disclose.
Right.
There's no seller's disclosure in Florida, right?
It's the Wild West.
It's the Wild
Well,
West.
East, I don't know.
So at the same time, we've gotten to a point, especially after COVID, like there's so much movement within this country,
Right.
and there's so many different laws and things going on from country to country, state to state. Not yet country to country. We'll see. We'll get into politics later.
No, we'll keep them off.
Go state to state. But
Texas.
So there's got to be some similarities. Start bringing in similarities. Mortgage has done that for a long time. It's like
Right.
for the most part, mortgage is the same nationwide, and there's just portions of it in each state that's a little bit different.
Thank you, Texas.
Thank you, Texas.
Yeah.
So I have stock market up there. I mean, we all saw what happened on Monday.
It
Sunday
came back.
night, I was watching the Japanese market. I saw it start tanking.
It is fine Tuesday, so.
It's up like 10%, right? But Mike, I mean, there's discussions on the mortgage side now to kind of save us from going into the big R word.
So let's not. We've been in a recession. We just haven't called it a recession.
So
It's
those that
been
don't think we're in a
political
recession
size.
are the other R word.
Recession.
John, it's your favorite word, buddy.
So
He wants to say it. It's coming.
our elected politicians
Fucking
have
retard.
our elected officials have moved the goalpost of what a recession is. They keep moving it back. Oh, we're not there. We're not there. We're not there. We've been in a recession for months.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So now that the job report came out, it sucked. They've been baking the numbers for month after month, and they finally said we just can't keep baking them. So the numbers are stinks. Now the stock market going, oh, we're going to be in a recession. So it collapsed. But we got this week. It's come back. It's back over what, 39 something. So a lot of it we lost has come back.
Yeah.
Rates dove. Now they're sliding back up again. So they're doing the inverse of what the market's done. But they're still better than they have been.
Do you think this is a bluff on the market, though? Do you think they're... I feel like it's going to go right back down.
So long term, we're over. We're a little exuberant right now.
Long term, you're wrong.
Long term, it will come back up.
I think we're going to step down. You're going to say up and down, but it's going to go down.
I think Monday was kind of like a sneak peek at what's going to happen.
I don't know. I personally think if you're putting money away and you're not going to plan on touching it for 5 years, you're good.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't.
some blind person once told me like buying stocks like riding the roller coaster. You don't get hurt unless you get off. So if you're just going up and down, woo, it's fun.
Yeah.
And
You
as
don't
long
lose
as you
money
plan
till
your-
you sell.
There you go.
It's
As
the
long as you
only
plan your
time you
exits.
lose money.
Yeah.
That's the only time you lose money when you sell.
Or you don't have a bunch of option trading.
That's a different story.
John's like,
that's,
dang it.
That's gambling.
I know it's a lot of.
But everything's taken a hit. I mean, the feds are now going to do probably an emergency rate cut.
No, that's off. That's
Yeah,
gone.
is it gone?
That's gone. That was just talking heads going, we need an emergency
Powell
rate cut."
started flapping his lips again.
So now the discussion is, what are they going to do September? Quarter, half,
I can't-
3 quarters.
I haven't heard 3/4. I heard half.
So
I heard the half too.
That means
So-
we'll get a quarter.
I guess it just depends on who you watch and who's reporting it.
so at this point, the rate market's already baked in a quarter.
Yeah.
So that's already been discounted. So if they do more, we get a bump. If they don't do it at all, we're screwed again. Still,
There's no way. There can't be.
they're still data dependent. So we'll see.
That's what we said the last 8 months.
Right.
The data
They gotta
dependent
drop
is what is the data that the White House tells them to do.
Then
That the jobs are good. We're doing great. Unemployment's at a
I
historic
believe
low.
the term was the economy's strong as hell, according to Grandpa.
That's Bidenomics 101 for you.
Yeah.
Economy strong as hell. That was California earthquakes.
Yeah, there's been a lot of earthquakes in California once again.
I've been hoping they're just going to separate and go out to the Pacific.
They do have quite a bit of active fault lines there.
They do.
Hence the high insurance prices.
There's a lot of talk inside of those earthquakes and what it's going to do to insurance. Once again, because there's already people uninsurable in the state of California due to earthquakes and natural disasters. And now here we go again.
Well, yeah, but like, so I'm pretty sure California, especially if you're living in certain places, right? Like, you are going to want to get a separate earthquake policy. Here in Texas, we don't. As far as your home policy goes, earthquakes aren't covered on your home policy. Just a little tidbit if people are curious. So, and we do have earthquakes here every now and then. Don't know why.
That's the only thing that's not Texas.
Fracking. Banned oil. Gosh, guys, you're destroying Mother Nature.
But no, I mean, like, but we can, and we have access to a couple places that can sell you an earthquake policy. But I think we've sold maybe, in the 10 years I've been doing it, I've sold maybe 3.
You've actually sold an earthquake policy?
Well, they're not
That's
expensive.
impressive.
It's like $300 a year, and somebody's like, "Yeah, it's worth it for me." And I'm like, "Cool,
I agree.
I will sell you that."
But it was a 5.2 magnitude earthquake that rattled a large swath of South California. The warning system seemed to be spotty for people. So apparently they have an app called My Shake app, and it warns them. it gives them notifications.
I'll have a chocolate one, please. Chocolate shake.
I'll take a vanilla shake with some peanut butter in it, please.
I thought they replaced that with the face shake.
The face shake. But they got their alert on their phone despite not having the My Shake app downloaded, while others, including ABC reporter Patel, who did not get the alert at all. Have you ever been in an earthquake, though? It's like the most weird feeling ever. There was a one year when we lived in Spokane, Washington. There was a 6.2 that hit somewhere in Idaho, and we felt the after effects of it all the way in Spokane, and we're like 100-something miles away. But literally, we're sitting on our sofa, and our chandelier in our kitchen just starts swaying, and you feel like your equilibrium's just gotten thrown off because you're literally sitting on the sofa or standing, and you're like, holy shit, what's going on? But it's just the most odd feeling. Our blinds started moving. Like, it was weird.
We went through when I was a kid, when we lived in Portugal. It's almost like you immediately get motion sickness, like immediate. Like, you're, oh, it's a little nauseous. Like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
It's like
it's odd. It's super odd.
you can tell the world's not right.
Yeah, the world's not right. Am I high or am I not high? Like, what's going on?
I got some bad stuff.
It's either an earthquake or I got some bad stuff. Did you watch the Joe Rogan stand-up?
I did. Yeah, it was funny.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's funny.
One of the things he talked about on there was like Texas weed, right? He was like, man, they talk about it all the time, and they talk about this and that, and it's got to be buried into the soil. Like, the soil's got memories, because he's like, I did some stuff one night, and he was like, I was fighting myself, like, we got to give them back their land. But it was pretty funny. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
I love the first 5 minutes. I love I love that it was in San Antonio, like at the Majestic Theater. Like, it's another little thing. I talk about it all the time. It's like the overflow of Joe Rogan and the impact that he's had by starting his comedy mothership there in Austin, and like people moving in. We've gotten a bunch of like cool like shows like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer and stuff like that, and that he's doing his Netflix live, and it's at the Majestic in San Antonio, and he's shouting us out. Like,
Yeah.
that's
pretty cool.
That right there. Beyond that, I'm like, okay, cool. But then he starts talking about Brad's favorite thing, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. Well, and I thought about that.
Terrible.
Buc-ee's is like the number one talked about thing on this show.
It's crazy. Like, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Like, I watched this Are You Garbage podcast, and like in the back they've got a man, an armor, you know, like the fake armor guy or whatever, and he's got a big ass Buc-ee's sticker on his thing. And it's like, man,
wow.
And it's a New York podcast. And it's like everywhere you go. But yeah, I liked his. I mean, Joe Rogan is not the funniest comic out there, but he's important because he talks about like important things.
Right.
Whether you agree with him or not and everything, he brings up the things and starts the conversations.
I saw a meme of him that said Joe Rogan said what everybody was thinking. He just said it out loud.
Basically, that's usually what comedy is too. It's like, oh shit, he said that.
It's hysterical though, because like I have some buddies that come in from California and they're like, Buc-ee's, what's Buc-ee's? And you take them and they're like, holy crap. This is amazing. And then they hear the guys going, brisket on the board. And they're like, what the? Like, what did I just walk into? What is this
It's funny,
place?
and people think it's been here forever. It's like, and it's like it just blew up here too.
Yeah.
I want that job. I want to be the brisket yeller.
You should totally.
Fresh brisket.
Fresh
on the
brisket.
board.
I tell you what job I don't want is cleaning that bathroom.
No.
Because it is so clean, you'd probably be cleaning all day.
Dude, they like literally like you like somebody like dribbles on the floor and they're like right behind you, just dribble before you have some dribble.
Can I get a dab, please? Full service.
Full service. Then they
Walked
have
away with a smile.
They have an attendant. You want some soap? You want some cologne?
Nah,
Not really.
A little antibiotic.
Just thinking
I mean,
of strip club.
antibacterial.
They're like, sir, drink some water. You appear to be dehydrated.
It's a little too yellow.
Mama says. That's hilarious though. But John, you go to Buc-ee's quite a bit though, don't you?
He just goes for the jerky.
Yes,
Every Monday.
single time I already know I'm going to get half a pound of Bohemian garlic, half a pound of cherry maple, half a pound of the Korean barbecue.
He's not kidding.
Yeah.
Every time.
They don't know your order yet though, do they? Like, do they know your order?
Yeah,
on
he's
hers?
like Norm.
Yeah.
He's
John!
No, but yeah, every time I go to Buc-ee's, I have to walk straight up to the. And then I'll still even get like free samples because that's the thing that I
That's
do.
the thing.
And so I'm like,
Best
I've
part of
tried every
Buc-ee's.
single
Can I
piece of this,
sample that?
but let me try that again.
I was just here about 5 minutes ago, but I'll go ahead and take another one, please.
Yeah, no, and every now and then the ghost pepper jerky's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you like spicy, it's not over. It's not.
I hate jerky.
Yeah.
What?
Unpopular opinion.
You're
Oh,
a Texan
man.
and you hate
It's too
jerky?
tough.
All right, all right.
It's like I want something a little bit easier. Like I don't want my meat to fight back. I'm like I just want to be able to chew it and be in peaceful.
It's like, eat me. No.
He wasn't born here. Though.
So
wasn't-
you and Mike would get along just fine because we had a motto from Chicago Hot Dogs on the podcast, and Mike was going to get a hot dog named after himself from a motto called the Mike's Way, and it's a plain and dry hot dog.
I thought it was the raw dog.
So a Chicago hot dog is fine. It's supposed to have mustard and onions and tomatoes and a pickle and celery salt,
Right.
And
but
sport
never
peppers.
ketchup. But
Never ketchup.
I am a non-sauce guy.
Right. Weird eating habits
So
uncovered.
my hot dog is a Chicago hot dog. It's not a raw dog.
It's a raw dog.
I like the stuff on the dog.
Mike raw dogs it.
But
Let's talk about the Canes thing, though.
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. It's
No.
just the Cane's thing.
You
That's
go to
too
Raising
much.
Cane's. Why put the sauce in? The fingers are
Because
fantastic.
that's why you go to Raising Cane's.
Fantastic by
you
themselves.
Why do you go to
Sauce.
Raising Cane's, Brad?
I bypass it. I hate Raising Cane's.
Bill
you just don't
Miller's
go.
chicken tenders. You
Yes,
guys like Bill Miller's?
I know. My kids. I
We
go
got
there
John rolling
all
over
day
here.
long, and
No
my
gravy.
kids get it.
No
It's a
gravy.
great place to take your kids.
Yeah, but what does your kid? What are they supposed to do? They're supposed to get that tender and do what?
They put it
Eat
in,
it,
in
yeah,
the pickle
gravy
sauce, or
or-
the sauce. The
Yeah.
cane sauce.
No.
Yeah.
I have,
Yes!
I have one that uses cane sauce and one that does. Well, I've got more than that, but I only know how two of them eat.
Yeah, but no, like Bill Miller's the chicken tenders with the white gravy. You know?
Yeah, we don't. They wouldn't use the gravy though.
See, it's simple. If it doesn't stand alone by itself,
So do you put
But
ketchup
so
on your
here's
fries?
the thing. Here, that's an
So what
important
do you
thing.
do at Chick-fil-A?
I eat it.
It's-
Like you put anything on it, or
Plain and dry. Plain and dry.
Chick-fil-A you can eat by itself though. Chick-fil-A is
But you gotta
much
get-
better
I
than
mean-
Cane's. But here's my thing about that. Like, and my mom will never see this most likely. Is like, she didn't cook. Like, I am the stereotype of like unflavored cooking growing up, and so you put ketchup on everything and A1. You added all the sauce because that's where the flavor actually came for the food.
So you're saying is your mom sucked as a cook?
Did not say that. I said
It's just very
she's very
bland.
typical.
Mike said that. You can come sock Mike.
They're like-
Mom.
But that's the thing is, so like I grew up eating a lot of sauce, so I like sauce and stuff on everything. Like I can't not eat it. But if you had like steaks and meats that were real flavored properly and everything, then I get that.
yeah.
If it's done properly, then
So are y'all In and Out or Whataburger?
no comment.
Big boy, Burger Boy.
either Burger Boy or Mr. Juicy?
So
Well, that was
Bam!
Yeah,
Mr. Juicy.
Mr. Juicy's a different
Juicy.
level. Mr. Juicy's a different level. It's a
Yeah.
different
Oh, for
category
sure.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And
I didn't care for Mr. Juicy.
I haven't tried Mr. Juicy. I've
Wow.
never
What?
had Mr. Juicy.
he's from Washington. or
Yeah,
something.
that makes sense.
I'm from Texas. I'm
How-
born, I'm
no,
born-
no, Mr.
John
Juicy-
and I went to high school together.
Yeah, Mr. Juicy is the best hamburger
It really is.
in San Antonio.
If you don't like it, you should try it again.
Yeah, and I'm okay with somebody being like,
Yeah.
no, this hamburger's better, and I'll go try it. Because if you're going to put it in that category, it can't be a bad burger.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so, but out of every burger I've eaten in San Antonio, and I've eaten a lot of burgers, Mr. Juicy is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Could we podcast from Mr. Juicy?
We could do
Now,
some
the
food
new
challenges.
one, the new one, the big
Yeah, they
one.
got room in the new one, but
Yeah.
they're just super busy.
They ran out of food
Yeah.
because they're that good.
They're right out of food.
They were so juicy, it was gone.
Yeah.
I went to Chester's the other day.
That's
I
a good
love
burger. That's a good
Chester's,
burger.
Chester's is always a good burger. Like
I
if
love Chester's,
you want
yeah.
to go out for a nice little family meal, Chester's is a good place.
So before I tried Mr. Juicy, I would say Chester's was my favorite burger. Maybe not the best burger, but it was my favorite burger.
Yeah.
Before I tried Mr. Juicy.
You get like double meat, double cheese,
Double
with
meat,
bacon,
double
with
cheese,
pickle.
bacon, jalapeno, all the way.
Yeah.
And that's my go-to. And I don't care if I only eat half of it. It's just the meat to bun ratio has to be right. You know?
And that's the thing is it's got to be two thin patties because
Yeah.
one thick patty is not any good.
Yeah.
It's,
And you get
it's too much like a meatloaf.
A Diet Coke, just to be
It's called
Not the
balance.
aspartame. Just put the cane sugar in there.
I have said that though, just as a joke. I'm like, yeah, can I have a double bacon cheeseburger with jalapenos all the way and a Diet Coke?
That's,
Just joking on the Diet Coke.
Next
just
time
joking because he wants a Miller Lite.
you should order a lettuce wrap double cheeseburger with bacon on it.
I did this. My dad and I went there, and we did.
Yeah.
So my dad's doing keto, and we did 2 salads. And so I figured I'd try it. It wasn't bad. It was-
Sadness.
It wasn't.
At
Wait,
Chester's?
at Chester's, yeah, you can do a salad there now. And
They'll
it's like
kick
a
you out if you
Comes
order
with
that.
a tissue
So
to
it's,
cry while
it's a
you're
burger
eating.
salad. I mean, it wasn't as satisfying as what I usually get, but it was good. I mean,
So John still thinks that Bill Miller's has the best carne guisada taco here in San Antonio. Y'all taco lovers?
I
both
love
of y'all?
I love the carne asada.
Carne guisada?
with cheese and pico. Got to put the pico on.
The for carne guisada, I would go to El Potosino or B's personally.
El Potosino on San Pedro.
Yeah, they have great waitresses.
I'm not going to argue with you. I think.
So you're going for the food, you go for the waitresses, which is it?
No, they got great food too.
Yeah,
No, the
I'll
food's good.
definitely try it. I just
In the morning,
it's
they
like-
have great waitresses. I'm there. son.
Bill Miller's carne asada with cheese is a sneaky good taco.
It's not bad.
and it's probably my favorite thing that they sell there. Like out of everything that Bill Miller sells, that carne asada with cheese is.
I
like,
will agree, it's good.
Yeah.
The sauce is good. The taco's good. It's just very, I don't know. Maybe the tortilla is just bland to me. I
That's
don't-
the worst part.
That's the worst part. The tortilla is the worst part. If you could take Camilla's tortilla
We just talked about
with
this.
Bill Miller's carne guisada, like it would be baller. Because that Camilla's tortilla, if you remember, was fluffy, felt like it was
My abuelo was
soft.
out there rolling it.
Yeah,
But if you want to take it to the next level, get the tortilla well done.
Well
Crisp it
done.
up
Yeah, like
Crisp
get it a
it
little
up.
crisp on it.
so it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another place
Yeah.
that has
There's
good.
a tostada. That's not
Another
a long
place that
No,
has
no, you get a little
Especially with
crisp
carne
on there,
guisada, if you have
yeah.
a crispier.
That is gangster. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
The way you said it, you're just like you knew your shit.
Oh, he knows the shit.
he's like, get it well
I know
done.
my tacos, yeah.
They're gonna be like, what?
Have you guys been to Tacos and Salsa?
I'm gonna say no. It sounds familiar.
It's on Jones Smallsburger.
So there's 2 or 3 locations.
There's one on Blanco too, I think.
But it's Pepe's Tacos and Salsa. They have a pretty good carne asada and cheese. Like I say, it's better or worse than Bill Miller's, but it's a good one. And they have this taco that is probably my favorite taco called the Trash Can. And,
Fucking dumpster
and
fire.
it's like something that is not okay with mine.
No,
you
it's
know?
not.
I
It's
knew- I-
just think
yeah,
about
That's,
it.
Because it is saucy.
that's a guy that
Salt.
likes quesada. That's going to be your second favorite.
Yeah.
Because carne quesada is obviously your favorite taco.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then
And it's not even the best taco that you can get.
I
No,
like
I know, but-
I like the picadillo tacos. The picadillo tacos are pretty good.
For breakfast,
Yeah.
What is the best taco you can get?
potato, egg, and cheese.
No, no
But-
potato.
then
You
for
gotta throw a piece
and
of
then
bacon on there, too,
And then for
though.
dessert, you have a bean and chorizo.
Or you get a
that's
bean,
dessert.
egg, and bacon.
Bean and egg, yeah.
Bean and egg is bean, egg,
I'm
and
not
cheese.
I'm not a huge fan of bean and egg.
Yeah. My-
You gotta
James
make
is
sure
like,
it's
yeah.
properly
All
salted.
of them. I like them all.
Yes.
I will say that Bill Miller's probably has my favorite potato and egg taco. Like I've tried Las Palapas, and I think the difference is that like Bill Miller's like fries their potatoes, whereas Las Palapas boils the potato.
another good taco from Bill Miller's, James's staple is the sausage and egg.
Oh yeah,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well,
Kielbasa.
Bill Miller's, I think their potatoes are their hash browns.
that's right.
Is that
They're
what
not
it is?
actually potatoes.
Maybe that's what
Are
it
they're
is then.
potatoes, but they're their hash browns.
Because it
sounds
kind of
like
has a little
but
spice
y'all are
to
going
it.
to like Las Palapas.
Yeah,
and
but Las-
Goma. These are like almost
Yeah.
like going to Taco Bell. When, like
Yeah.
you're getting like you got to go to like Taco Vallarta. Like if you want a potato egg, go to Taco Vallarta, the old Whataburger one on Broadway. They used to be. It's across from.
We had that this morning.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
good.
It's great. We had on Austin Highway. Me and Elena, I was at home with her, so we had Dos Laredos tacos on Austin Highway, and then today we had Taco Vallarta, and by far Taco Vallarta.
I need to roll with you, bro.
Dude, let's go. And we really and thousand.
All right,
really,
Ian, cut. We're going to get some tacos.
like for Guisada, like Thousand Oaks Cafe right there on Austin Highway in Vanderbilt, like that one right there.
You gotta go to the original ones. Lost its quality. The original Thousand Oaks Cafe.
On
I ate there a couple
Parent Vinyl?
weekends. Yeah, on Pyramid.
kidding.
Well, it's right there on Thousand Oaks.
Careful,
Thousand
bro.
Oaks.
Careful
old
what you
Pyramid.
say. They got homies.
Yeah, you're talking
Hey, they're my homies. Shout out to Thousand Oaks Cafe.
Northeast side.
You got to go eat at the one over off Jones Ballsburger. That's my favorite Thousand Oaks Cafe that I've found. But I also like Mi Rancho Alegre over off Nacogdoches. They have probably best breakfast tacos I've had personally. I haven't had tacos in salsa. I have had El Potosino, but it's been like 12 years.
It's been like a decade.
It's been it's been a while. Like the owner is a good buddy of ours. But we haven't gone over there just because far.
I gotta ask you, just switching gears from tacos to margaritas. What are your top 3 places in San Antonio to get a margarita?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, and anybody can answer. I need both answers from both you guys.
He's not a drinker.
I'm not a drinker, so.
Got it.
So
Where's the weed at? No, I'm just kidding.
he doesn't do that either.
James would
But I can answer both. I can steal both of these questions.
I will tell you where to find the best cookies.
Test it number 1.
So this is a new creation. This is kind of like banana bread, but in a cookie.
Okay. I would say
Yeah, time. Okay, let me.
my old
Let me get
favorite-
it so I can clip it one time. Okay, bet top 3 places to go get a margarita in San Antonio. Go.
Lupe Tortilla actually is really good. We go to the one over there at the quarry.
Good happy hour too.
It's got a good happy hour. You used to get them all the time at
What else?
Beto's, but they've closed down.
get
So
in
they
there,
just
rip a
had a
piece.
new restaurant open there. So I'm curious.
Try one of these.
Yeah.
Man, that's usually where my top 2. Like
And then
any
Mir-
Mexican, like even
don't
at
wanna-
Alamo cafes, it's not bad.
Mirasol.
See the chispa.
Yeah.
Um,
Talk about the chispa.
It's funny.
What's a
The-
chispa?
I like it sweeter.
Okay.
But I will tell you, my kids love El Mirasol, the chispa, and if you were to ask them, by far that's where they're going to say number 1 is El Mirasol.
Cool.
Except for Emma actually thinks that the brother at Sol Luna has the better one,
So Luna. Yep.
but it's the same. It's to me they're not
good
that
place.
different.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah. They're the ones. I like they're good family.
I figured if you knew good places to eat and drink,
El
that
Mirasol is
might
great.
as well ask.
They've done a really great job of like expanding that out and like keeping the same consistency at each different restaurant, different location.
I cannot go to Alamo Cafe anymore.
Why?
What?
It bothers my stomach, for one,
Remember the Alamo?
because it's not about the Alamo, Mike. It's about
Come on.
It's about my experience. So in high school, I worked at Alamo Cafe as a busboy. And
like your alma mater then.
it lasted a whole week because I found out that they kept their salsa in a trash can.
What's a clean trash can? If it's only ever had salsa in it,
it's just a big salsa.
it's just a big jar.
It's still the idea of like, if you would have seen what the busboys over there did, you'd
That's at every
probably
restaurant.
you.
That's at
You
every
would
restaurant.
question it,
And you were
too.
the best boy.
You were the one peeing in the food.
It's not do. Did your food taste salty? Mike's like, no. No, it was just the idea of the trash can and everything else that they did.
What did the
Alamo Cafe's
busboys? What did the busboys do?
Huh?
What did the busboys do? To
I mean, they didn't pay attention to which trash cans they were using. You think they had to wash those trash cans out somewhere? Trash cans went outside, got rinsed out, washed.
I got a problem now.
I'm following.
More salsa, more sauce.
There should be a dedicated salsa garbage can.
You gotta clean the can though, Mike.
Yeah.
That's
So?
the whole problem. You gotta clean the can.
So I guess he's saying the cans get switched every once in a while. Oh man, that's ruining.
I'm not
Alamo
saying it's gonna
Cafe.
get switched. I'm just saying like that's where it was kept.
Okay.
But the can's got to get
We're gonna have to
cleaned.
get the health department up in the Alamo Cafe now.
I still like that.
Sorry, Alamo
It's
Cafe.
nostalgic for me. It's like I've been going there since high school. Man.
Yeah, even though
but-
the salsa tastes like trash can, like
It did have like a trash can salsa.
I love the ambience. I've never been there and been like, wow, this is stellar. You know what I mean? I've never been like, wow, that was...
It is what it is.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun to go to. But
It's like I went and saw Twisters. Have you seen the movie Twisters?
I've not seen.
Did you see it in 4D?
No, but it is what it is. It's a movie that was made to have a ride at Disney World made for it.
Gotcha.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? It's, and like Alamo Cafe is just what it is.
Yeah.
You go there and get what you expect. You don't expect a lot, but it's going to be what it is.
It delivers what you expect.
Absolutely.
I will say.
Twisters sucked.
That was the next question.
That was a little strong. It was entertaining.
But it was just that experience, right? It was just the salsa in the trash can. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
Nothing else was bad about it. I absolutely love their tortillas with butter and queso.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Butter queso
that
is
hits the spot.
It's the best.
The defense to Twisters, though, is the original Twisters was pretty awful also.
Oh, come on.
It didn't need a sequel. I think we got the whole thing.
It's because you didn't see it in 4D.
It's like next thing we know, we're going to have Samuel L. Jackson with Snakes on the Plane 3 or something.
Who let these motherfucking snakes on this plane?
I was watching some TikTok videos of people going to see Twister when it came out, but they were seeing it in 4D.
it looked pretty wild.
So the people were recording their husbands, and she's like, I didn't tell him it was 4D or whatever. And then the guy's like eating his popcorn, and the chair starts going like this, and the popcorn goes flying everywhere. And then they show him standing outside of the movie theater, and he's just like drenched in popcorn butter and chocolate and stuff. Has soda stains all over his shirt, and she's like, "So how was it?" And he's like, "Great."
I don't think that would have saved that movie.
Was it really that bad?
It's just I don't know. I didn't have it. Just didn't have it. It was everything was predictable. It was
Right.
just it was such a like
Like a replay of the original?
just a
It
replay
was,
of it.
it was pretty much the original.
Yeah.
To be fair, most movies nowadays kind of suck. Like I don't remember the last time I've seen a good new movie.
Yeah, I gotta say, Dune 2 was pretty good.
It was.
Dune
Deadpool,
1 was-
Deadpool
yeah, but
Wolverine
Dune 2
was
was
fun
pretty
to
good.
watch.
I'm excited.
I
about
like
that.
Lone Survivor. I mean, does that count? That was a pretty good movie.
So I watched Deadpool Wolverine opening weekend, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
There's another one out there, right? New Deadpool? Isn't
That's the Deadpool Wolverine one.
Okay.
Yep.
That one's. I
Yes.
want to go see that one.
What about the new Aliens? Aliens Romulus?
I stopped after the first Alien.
Yeah.
I saw Despicable Me 4.
I saw that.
I loved it.
That was
Well,
awesome.
they're running out of stuff.
Inside Out 2 was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was good. It was.
What were you on?
You know what the thing is? It's definitely like my daughter's 12 and like the kid in the Inside Out is like 12, 13 and starting
Yeah.
all these emotions and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, oh my god.
See, there were a lot of critics on Inside Out saying it was a little too immature for what it was rated, or too mature
Oh, too mature.
for what it was rated.
I tell you what, my
Because
daughter's
of
the
some of the-
right age for it.
Yeah.
Like it really is because like that's exactly what she's going through.
Right. Well, I mean, like I have a 4-year-old, so I'm like, I started
luck.
watching the previews. I was like, I'm not taking you to go see this. Like that's a little,
Yeah, that's a little-
that's a little much.
It's definitely a teenage, preteen, like 11
Yeah.
and above.
A
kinda.
tweener.
Yeah.
We didn't take the kids to see it.
Yeah. And my nephew had no interest
You're like,
in
that
seeing
was
it.
date night with the wife.
My nephew's like, that's a chick flick. What are you talking about? No.
Oh, with the Haktui chicks on there again. What's up with her?
I put her on there because she's getting a lot of not backlash, but she's getting a lot of backlash. So they thought she would have this rise of fame. They thought she would have this rise to fame, but she's going to like these concerts for like these big country artists and like trying to get the crowd riled up. And she went to I think it was forget who it was. Was it a Morgan Wallen concert? She did the intro, and she's like, "Give me a big ol' hot tua," and nobody said anything. Everybody just looked at her
Bunch
like
of crickets out there.
like she was stupid. But she did end up she ended up suing a bunch of people because they were selling a lot of her merch, and I guess she trademarked the phrase.
She trademarked Haktui.
I don't know why you would want.
You can trademark.
Yeah.
Riley trademarked three-peat. So every time nothing could have like if anything, Pat O'Reilly had
Pat
that
Riley.
trait.
Yeah.
Repeat the three-peat. Yeah, that back when the Bulls were good.
But now she's selling a bunch of merch, so she's making it.
I think she's starting to fizzle.
Yeah.
Did she?
It's going to be a short run.
Ran out of saliva.
But that's she's dehydrated.
Well, she refused to do that OnlyFans account. That's how she went wrong.
She could have done what what that one chick did, meet me outside. I mean, her OnlyFans.
Catch me outside, yeah.
I think they said like her OnlyFans has 0 like nude. It's all, like pictures on there, and she made like $40 million.
Wow.
And it's like got nothing in there that's exposed.
Apparently, she just deleted everything off her Instagram and moved it over there.
Because people are just interested in paying her $5. Like that girl could have got.
Well, they're hoping to see something.
Well.
Yeah, we were.
She's hustling.
She cashed it out. She cashed out.
Yeah. Brad's like, I checked. I didn't see nothing.
I got a Google alert.
These kids' email.
He's got access.
Isn't that's messed up though? Is like these chicks on IG are selling like these subscriptions, and even like pushing people to like OnlyFans. And there's a bunch of dudes like going and commenting on there like, don't do it, it ain't worth it. Like all you're gonna see is the same stuff that you see on her Instagram. Like they're just pushing it in hopes that they're gonna see something.
Well, there's even regular people that like charge you to follow them.
Yeah.
Have you seen that dude that rides that little hoverboard and sings?
Oh,
Like he carries a speaker and rides it and sings. I tried to follow him and it was like
it's real loud.
It was like $1 a month or
he was
something.
just in
I was
like
I'm not
Fenway
paying
Park
for
a
that.
couple days ago or something like that
goes-
doing
yeah, he
it.
goes-
Dude, we
places.
could open up an OnlyFans.
Pass the nuts.
OnlyFans at Homes and Homies podcast / all about SA or all things SA.
All things so yeah. That's us.
He's like, we'll just incorporate y'all into the Homes and Homies.
We're at OnlyFans now.
Yeah, we got our OnlyFans, but yeah, there's a bunch of people all pissed off about that because but yeah, Hawk Tua, she's fizzling out. I think her 15 minutes of fame are up.
There's gonna be a lot of those coming up though, like because of
That
how
was a star. Yeah.
Short form
Yeah.
content will put somebody out there and then
Yeah,
And the key is you gotta capitalize on it quick, and then you invest in real estate.
You know what's weird? I thought I saw that video like a year or two ago.
you probably
I
did.
feel like it resurfaced and just so that's
what
interesting.
the
to me,
Hawk
too.
Tua girl?
Yeah, that video came out.
You know who the original one was though, right? You know who the original Hawk Tua girl was?
Fucking
I was gonna say Kim Kardashian.
I'm not gonna say it. It gets too political in this house.
Was it Michelle Obama?
Monica Lewinsky.
No. So there was a meme floating around on Instagram.
Nancy Reagan. I heard a lot about her too.
That said the original Hawk Tua girl is Kamala Harris. She went to all the Diddy parties.
Yeah,
Like Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bush.
Double B, baby.
you want a little Copenhagen in that spit?
No, but it was all fun. It was a little hysterical though. But yeah.
Man, I love it though, because she's like from not a wealthy area. Like if she can make some money off of it.
Yeah, I know. Everybody said that she was a school teacher and all
There's
this
all
other
kinds of stuff that came out.
Preacher's kid, which made sense
That's
because I
it.
knew a lot of preacher's kids growing up, and they were always on the little Hawk Tua side.
There's one sitting at this table right now, actually. And it ain't me.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about?
I saw her podcast interview, and they're like, "So do you want to debunk any of the stuff floating around the internet on you?" And she was like, "I just want to say my dad is far from a pastor, and my mom, she does crack."
Oh, damn.
She's like, "Oh shit."
You know whose podcast interviews I like? That Bobby girl. What's her name? Bobby.
Atoff or yeah.
I think that was what she was on.
Oh, really?
I think so.
She's got that deadpan kind of face and everything.
Yeah. But she got famous and got a divorce and stuff, and now she's hanging out.
Now
That's how you do
Shaquille O'Neal was on Funny Marco podcast and called her up and said, "Hey, you want to go to the movies?" And so we'll see if they go to the movies. Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, she's got a weird come up. I don't know what's going on with her.
Some of these people that people have followings, I don't get. It's like
That's most
Bought.
of them.
It's bought.
it is.
I think it's just she's so dry. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to be super energetic and do all of that stuff, and she kind of went the opposite way and built a fan base.
Yep.
Autism is in.
So in.
You got to capitalize.
That was one of my favorite things on that Joe Rogan stand-up special was the 5 retard passes.
Oh god.
Just go to the DMV. It's like it helps cure cancer. Just get 5 retard passes you can say throughout the year. I was like, yes.
Retard words, right? Wasn't it words? You could buy with the use of words. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, like you can say the word retard.
He does like to say that, doesn't he?
I really need to stop saying that.
My daughters would kick your butt.
I know. My wife would too.
Yeah, my wife hates that word too. You can't say that.
Don't say that.
None of our wives love us enough to listen to this shit, so it's all good.
Hey, we got some fans, you know. We got almost like 9,000 on, or 8,300 on.
So my wife does TikTok, and so I'm pretty sure she watches some of us. But like one day she came in, she goes, "Y'all are so stupid." It's like,
Never claimed otherwise.
So for all of those wives that have said wondered what it was that your husbands are doing when you're not around, it's
Watch
this.
this video.
He's probably out there cheating on me, doing stuff. No, we're just standing around talking on a microphone about stupid shit. That's hilarious. But yeah, I think his stand-up comedy was all right. It was a little raunchy.
But that's him.
That's just him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was part Neanderthal though.
Well, he looks like it.
No, he does DNA tests.
Oh, really?
He
Yeah.
talks about that
He's a
he's
beast.
part.
He's
More
like
so than others.
50% Neanderthal or
I
something.
don't think it's 50%.
Was it-
Maybe like 0.5%.
Oh.
I don't think we could be. 50% would be a lot. I mean, that's his dad.
My
And I know he doesn't talk to his dad, but I don't think
But he did say he was Neanderthal.
Yeah.
He's best friend, or his friend is Elon Musk. That was probably one of my favorite parts, was when he was talking about his conversations with Elon Musk. He's like, Musk is like up here in intelligence. Like, he's super smart. He's like, I'm super stupid, so I'm down here. He's like, so Elon was talking about how he's going to send 3 guys or 4 guys to the moon or whatever on a spaceship. And he's like, and midway through that conversation, I just like dozed off. He was like, I started thinking about like, what if one dude stabbed the other dude and then the other dude stabbed that one dude and now there's only 3 left and you're the only solo guy flying to the moon on this ship because everybody else is dead. He's like, I even had a whole backstory to that too. But you know who stand-up comedy I did like was, I always forget how to say his last name, Bert Kreischer. His stand-up comedy was hilarious, and then the movie from the stand-up comedy was even more funny. I know it was elaborated quite a bit, but I thought it was hysterical.
That was a really good movie. I like that movie.
The Machine.
But it's in that.
Well,
but
dude,
that
it
was
had Mark Hamill. How could you not like
Huh?
it? Mark Hamill was his
yeah.
dad.
But it was the same. But the same thing is, it was the same. What it was just like it was exactly what you expect from a big action comedy movie, but but it was funny. It was he went so much harder in the comedy side of it. But his stand-up's good. I got to see him here at Frost.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I never got to see him, but I've seen him on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's about as close as I get.
I got the 2 best. I got for Christmas. My brother bought me tickets to go to Bert Kreischer, and then for Christmas, my son got me tickets to see Tom Segura.
Oh,
so
nice.
I got to see both bears.
Nice.
John, anything you want to add here? John's like, no.
I don't know if we're done yet.
That's
Yeah, we're not
John's
done. We
sign
still
up.
got topics.
Oh.
I mean, we haven't talked anything about politics.
Oh, God.
Is that your favorite?
And we're
Oh, he
Mike's
loves it,
favorite.
dude. He's just like, oh, I'm a libertarian. I'm like, stop
Here,
it,
Mike,
Mike.
I'll tee you up here,
Tee me
Mike, and
up.
I'll get you started. Did you see J.D. Vance bum rush Kamala Harris when she landed just earlier?
No,
For their
I missed
speech,
that.
their speech in Wisconsin.
No.
Yeah, apparently. Now Kamala's going to say he assaulted her.
It's on video. I'm sure that
You probably did.
he probably did.
Probably did.
Verbally.
That would spice it up a little bit.
No, but yeah, they were talking about it on the news before, but he rolled in here, and he apparently was on the landing strip. Kamala landed, so she's getting off her plane, and he runs over there. It's like, hey, Kamala, why are you like not wanting to talk to the reporters or to be in the public eye? Like, what's going on? And he's like, why won't you do any interviews? What are you hiding? Like pressing her on all this stuff. I'm like, oh crap.
Dude,
This is so high school.
so yeah, here's where I'm gonna go.
Meet
with
me
this.
on the side of the barn.
I read an article about the particle accelerator that they have over at, what is it, Switzerland? Or,
It's up there in the Neanderthal area.
Yeah, and they were talking about like if they could actually get something spinning fast enough that it could actually slide us into an alternate dimension. And they fired that thing up a couple years ago, and I'm kind of like,
That's where we're at.
is this where we're at?
Thank God it feels like that.
I mean, I'm joking. On one
Are
hand,
you
but on
not?
another, I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I don't even know what I'm watching.
So do you believe that they have like, they have basically like war machines in Antarctica?
No.
Do you think they do?
Who?
Aliens.
Aliens.
They, them.
They, them.
I heard that they.
I'm gonna start throwing
they
some
them was actually
conspiracies.
just one guy that changed his pronoun a long time ago.
Did you see they think Biden's been replaced? He's like 6 inches taller now.
He is. Have you seen it? No. So they were showing like a comparison photo of Biden next to who is it? The Israeli Prime Minister
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu, and they're both supposed to be 6 foot, but Biden was like towering over him. And there's photos from them meeting in like 2021 or something, and they're the same height.
I'm thinking Netanyahu's been pounded down by all the negative press.
So there's
He's now 5'5".
there's a guy on TikTok that goes through like this elaborate thing, and he thinks that it's Jim Carrey actually playing Biden, and he's like, it makes sense. He's like, have you not seen the speeches like where Biden's just like blah 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 blah, blah like just mumbles? He's like, it's the perfect Jim Carrey like impersonation. He's like, is he actually giving us like subliminal hints that
It's Jim Carrey.
that it's Jim, like him, no, like him stumbling up the stairs was somehow like related to when Jim Carrey stumbled up the stairs, and I think it was Liar Liar when he's at the courthouse and he can't get up the stairs.
Man, that's a stretch.
I think when you boil everything down so
Yeah.
much, you can find.
You can make any dots connect.
Yeah.
So
Like they were
I don't
trying.
think those dots connect.
They were showing one that they think that Colin Kaepernick is that girl from the Olympics.
Nigerian boxer. Yeah.
and then I think it was Logan Paul or Jake Paul went and called them out. and
Like
was
they were circling pimples, and they're like, "Look, they got this marker."
It's the same one.
Brad, you and I have the same feed. I think we have the same TikTok feed because
I wouldn't doubt it.
I've been seeing the same things. Yeah, they were circling like his moles or something on his chin. And they're like, if it's not him, it's at least his brother or they're related or some crap like that.
And,
But Colin Kaepernick was adopted, wasn't he? I think he has adopted parents.
I'm not sure, but last
I
I
don't
heard
think
it
they
was
were
Brittany
parents.
Griner.
She turned like Muslim or something like that. I don't know if you saw that.
Brittany did?
Yeah.
Did she
It's
really?
like full garb and everything or whatever.
Oh, the
That was a
hijab.
terrible word.
She ought to go back to Russia now. See what happens.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, did you have a hole in your shirt?
No, it's
Oh, that was the reflection of the Nike there. Never mind.
He's just gonna call him out on video.
Call him out anyway.
He's like, "Are you poor?"
As the drug business is going up, man.
We're in a recession, Mike. The clothes are getting expensive.
I didn't call him out. Sorry about that. That's not a hole. That's just a reflection. Sorry.
Brad's a sniper, man. He just doesn't say much. When he does, it shuts down the podcast for 5 minutes.
I gotta watch. I get in trouble a lot for saying things at inappropriate times.
He thinks we're on our podcast where we're trying to be a little bit less.
This is the No Holds podcast.
No,
here.
like it.
Bard.
The only thing we try and steer just to help John out is politics.
We don't pick sides. We pick on all of them. Doesn't matter.
I don't have a side. I don't like.
We're right
don't
down the
any
middle.
of them.
Yeah, you
They're all
have a-
terrible.
I mean, it's like Gen X and coming up a little bit. Some of the millennials behind us, like Brad's age, like this age group, like the people that are like 35 to 55. We're just screwed. It's like, we've got no say in what goes on in the world. Like They're just everybody's, and then
You're like, wow, all you old people are fucking retarded. And all you young people. I've got to stop. Please cut those.
Oh man,
Like, cut
No,
like 5
no,
of
no
those.
edits. No edits.
Please cut 5 of those out.
we need 20% less.
John is going to have a 4-minute video, kind of like Joe Rogan, of nothing but him dropping the retarded word.
And it's gonna be obviously, context doesn't matter.
I'm still sold on the Earth's flat.
They're all the Earth's flat.
Does my insurance group have an HR department?
Yeah, it's John.
John is the head of HR.
He went to St. Mary's University. He's an oyster bait kind of guy.
He eats oysters and yells at people if they're fucking retarded. I can only see John in line, like them messing up his burger, and him being like, "What are you, a fucking retard?"
Like 14 beer
No,
cups,
John,
like, stacked up.
John would never degrade anybody.
He's a sweetheart
teddy
at the end
bear.
of it.
No, I would never.
You should have seen him in high school.
His dad's a Catholic priest.
No,
That's a
no,
Catholic
they can't
priest.
work.
No, it really is.
It really is.
Acts as a Catholic priest.
He learned.
Have you seen the Songbirds?
The songbird. You know who Vitali is?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen his new Twitch page that he...
The Catching Predators.
The Catching Predators.
It's awesome.
So Vitali was... I don't know what...
I'm on
he-
a lot of those feeds on TikTok.
What do you guys do with your day? Are you just watching TikTok all day?
So, I mean, when you let a buyer in a house, you know, you just walk around the house, watch TikTok. so we're in the house following them, but, you know...
How did he like the game?
Yeah, you open the house and you got 4 hours of dead time.
Did you see the 4th bedroom?
What do you not like about it?
No, but it's those nightly hangouts, you know, when the kids are asleep, the dust is settled.
All right, who's calling?
Siri's listening.
Uh-oh.
We haven't had a
Wasn't
single air horn today or anything.
I know. Who's in charge over there?
I feel better now.
That one sounded kind of deflated.
No, but so Vitali, I don't know when he got in trouble, but he went down like this really dark path way back in the day, and now he's reviving himself, and I say reviving, but he's coming back a different person. So he basically live streams him catching PDFs. We'll say. You know what a PDF is?
Is that a personal display of affection?
No, people that like to have relationships with people that are much younger than themselves.
Oh.
So
See, I thought it was a Word document on a computer.
Oh, yeah.
It's
But like
kinda-
TikTok, if you say
like
the
a
real
derby.
word, then you get flagged.
yeah, you get flagged.
Gotcha.
So
So we're in the world of 1984 where we changed the meaning of words.
you gotta watch your
yeah.
words.
So politics.
Because they have feelings
It's
too,
kind
you
of
know.
weird how eerily close George Orwell's book is.
Oh, he's been so
bad.
close.
yeah.
so bad.
It is like it's eerie. You're like, oh wow.
Oh,
That's,
Oh, now we're
Rico.
fighting. We're changing our enemy. We've always been at war with these guys. Oh no, we have. Okay, let's go.
If we go to war, there is going to be a big war.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
Vitali's
coming.
good. Like, there's
It's
a couple
coming.
of these
Mike's
guys.
like,
And there's no way we're not going to war.
Mike's like, I just cleaned my gun, my pew pews the other day.
is that what we're calling those things now?
Pew pew.
That's a kill shot.
It's sideways. It's
Side-
more accurate that way.
What movie is that from? He's like, no, you don't hold it like that.
That's from Equalizer.
Equalize. There you go.
Great movie. That's a good
So,
movie.
but anyway, he live streams himself catching those people. But he has people like Ryan Garcia on his show. Like Ryan Garcia in
Knocked
the
the guy
middle
out.
of like Hollywood Boulevard, out there with boxing gloves on, like acting like he's gonna go knock this dude out. But it's crazy.
One of the writers for Kindergarten Cop, and a bunch of
It's not a tumor.
juniors and all those movies. He caught him, like coming up to meet a young child for things. So there's a bunch of them. They just caught. I saw a video today where they've got this guy that's at the Great Wolf Lodge that's cleaning rooms or whatever. This guy with long hairs and rabbit ears. He's got little fox ears
He's
and
a
stuff.
furry.
On.
Yeah.
Did he have
He's
the
a
tail
furry.
though?
Huh?
Did he have the tail?
I don't know about the tell, but he was trying to meet up with a 13-year-old kid that was staying at the Great Wolf Lodge, and they're sitting there like videoing this guy. It's like, it's crazy. It's like so like so many people are showing it now.
Yeah.
It's like, how often has this really actually been happening?
Right.
It's
Oh,
kind
a lot.
of scary.
There were some people in San Antonio that were doing like Facebook Lives. They had like a whole Facebook page where they were doing that to people here, catching people.
You got to be careful with San Antonio forums, though, man. Like those things get pretty ghetto, dude. I was in a motto. He had him. He's the owner of Chicago Dogs. He was like, I had a lady go on there, and in the San Antonio restaurants group, just start like hitting him hard with like, oh, the food was not real authentic and blah 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 blah. And he was like, dude, it took me a while to get people to like be on my side, but people are so crazy on the internet now.
Keyboard warriors.
But that's the crazy thing too, is like the internet. How much of all that stuff is actually true, like, or is it staged? Like I've always asked myself, like, what Vitality's doing. A lot of it looks staged.
Well, that's like because we're used to those old shows like Cheaters back in the day, and we find out they were all staged.
They were staged.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all every
What?
single-
I watched them.
It was good though, right? I used to
What
watch
about
them all
Jerry
the time.
Springer? I saw
station.
Jerry Springer live.
Did you?
It's totally staged.
You're on their stage.
Well, no.
Mike was on it.
Where were you sitting, child?
I gotta go find this episode.
Well, I read, I saw
studio's
something where
tiny.
this one
Yeah.
guy, that's how he made money, and like when he was in college and stuff like that, is they would submit like things that they were doing to like Judge Judy and Judge Brown and all these other people, and see if they'd pick them up and say, and they'd go in there and they'd argue against each other because they always get paid.
Yeah.
Because whoever wins, the show pays them. Like it's not.
So you can't lose.
You can't lose.
Well, and that comes to my next lesson. The internet is not real, people. Don't trust everything you see on the internet.
So even Judge Judy's not real?
What
I don't know. Well, this is what I'll tell you. I don't know. Was it? I think it was Judge Alex back in the day. He was out of Houston.
Gotcha.
And I used to own a dry cleaners, and one of the things you do is you check all the pockets for pens and stuff so they don't mess up the load. And there was a letter in one from Judge Alex saying, hey, if you want to bring your case to our court, we will pay out either claimant of whatever. It was like a thing. It's like trying to bring. That's the only reason. That's my whole knowledge of it.
Yeah.
I've never participated
Sure.
under this name.
So is Dr. Phil.
I got
Dr.
into
Phil.
How's that working for you?
I'll be right back.
Storage Wars.
Right. I'll be right back.
Storage Wars.
Have you seen
I
them?
was really sad when I found out that was staged. 'Cause I
Yes.
actually kind of like Storage Wars.
Yes.
I watched like a season or two of it.
I thought that
I
was
went to
really
a couple
cool.
auctions after that.
Like, I found no pot of gold anywhere.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, I bought an Amazon mystery box. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It was like $35, and it came with like 30 packages of Croc Charms. Dragon Ball Z Croc Charms. So if you had any Croc Charms, hit me up.
Those are called gibbets.
It had a Nintendo Switch in there too. So it was.
Hey,
that's a
but
good-
those,
yeah.
there's
awesome for
there's a lot of
$35.
people that sell those Croc Charms, and they have like
Gibbets,
these little
gibbets.
what are they called?
Gibbets.
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 So my brother used to go buy, like years and years ago, he would buy pallets of books for like $50 or whatever, $25, and he'd go through those pallets and he'd resell the books on Amazon. He actually
Here, Mike.
made a lot
Do
of
it.
money.
I'll get a
doing
knife,
it,
hold
because
on.
Some of them are actually worth $50, $100 here. And,
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it sounds really boring though, and I was like,
Dude, making money is boring.
Yeah.
A lot of the best ways to make money is not fun. That's the problem.
There's so many ways to make money nowadays.
Except
So
for sex work. Just kidding. That's not fun.
James would know.
Just kidding. Sorry.
James sells foot picks.
Dude, if I could sell feet pick, I would sell feet pick.
How do you know you can't?
No one wants to see
I'm
these dogs.
sure there's
you'd be surprised. They're like, are they
They're scarred up. My
They
toe,
pay a premium for that.
my big toe almost got ripped off.
Look at the hair on that.
Pull them out. Let's.
I do have my Birkenstocks on.
No,
I had a motorcycle accident when I was younger, and like the sole of my shoe got ripped off, and my toe almost pretty much came with it.
Oh, damn.
but there's so many ways to
But you
make,
got 9 others, like
Still, I got that one still.
9.5.
there's so many ways to make money on the internet nowadays. What do you think? What did you think of the candy Kuza candies?
They were delicious.
Did it taste like cotton candy?
The little burst of juice
know
in the
about cotton
middle.
candy,
I
but
wasn't
they were-
expecting.
Kind of like Gushers, huh? Maybe
Yeah,
that's what they're calling it out
Gushers.
there?
Yeah, with cotton candy on the
Yeah,
outside.
I've touched them all, but hey, who wants a Rice Krispie treat?
Pass it
I
over.
guess small, medium, or large. I'll cut more.
So is this a TikTok, something that they can buy on the TikTok store?
Yeah, so you can actually grab those out of our Homes and Homies podcast showcase. The
nice.
Kuza
It's
candies.
our merch.
Looks like Cuz candies. Hood candies.
Who's a?
But I thought they were pretty good. I thought it had a little hint of cotton candy flavor into it, and then it was like sugary and gushy.
Where did they come from?
Florida?
Oh, okay.
From China.
Japan.
I was just making sure it was like something from Alibaba or something. Yeah. Like you see the cotton candy.
Damn it! I just ate like 10 of
He's
those.
like, I bought it off at Timu about 3 months ago.
They just got here today.
They have some THC in them, so.
Hey, buddy.
They don't, do they?
James is like, I'm feeling it.
You'll fill it in 45 minutes or to an hour. Don't read dose, you never know.
So it's funny because we got some guy was like, y'all need to stop eating on your show.
We love eating it.
Because we were eating bags of chips and stuff. It's like,
I'm self-conscious.
Whatever, guy.
we get pulled apart on TikTok. I got called a mushroom.
Bitch, stop watching. Get out of the room.
Bunch of haters.
But yeah, no, it's crazy because like, so those candy Kuzas, right? Like if you were to sell those, we make some money on it, which is cool. But there's people making money writing Amazon reviews. Like they could literally take photos of everything they have in their house, and they'll review it on Amazon and make like $3,000 or $4,000 a month.
Really?
Yeah, I'm waiting till I have to send one of them to you here pretty soon.
Well, that's like those guys like Vitaly and all those streamers.
Yeah.
The people that clip their streams and then repost them make tens of thousands of dollars just off clips.
Yeah, there's faceless channels that make money, and that's all they do is clip. Like they'll probably clip our stuff, make money off of it.
They're stealing our stuff?
They're stealing our stuff, man.
But there's ones that AI, you just tell it, hey, write this. It'll write it out, make like a 30-minute video. They attach it to something, post it as a faceless channel.
I think AI is cool, but it scares me. Reason why it scares me is because it can do so much.
Because you grew up when we did and we saw
And
Terminator.
it's just baby AI right now. Just wait.
So my educational background goes into software engineering for computer science major.
That's hence Washington.
Hence the tech sector. That's why we went. I was born and raised here in San Antonio.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, we went up to Washington, and yeah, I mean AI. The only reason why it scares me is because of how it could be trained to be so realistic that we as humans will not be able to decipher what's real from not real.
It's not there yet.
Well, Elon's gonna. He's got his.
It is.
His Optimus robot. He's expecting that to be out in like the next 2 years, and that thing's only supposed to cost like $25,000. Think about like if you have a Optimus from Elon, like that's fully can maneuver about like a human and everything, and has full AI capabilities, and it's $25,000 to buy this, or you can spend $10,000, $15,000 a year for home health care or something like that. I mean, it pays for itself like that. Like it's, and that's where it's going to change the world, like the economy, like
We're going to be obsolete.
Well, and a lot of people think of
So let's go to the Mars.
Well, when people hear AI, they think of like, oh, ChatGPT, right? Like it's going to write me a resume and it's going to do this. But what you don't see, John, probably is the back end of what AI can do.
Retard.
Well, no, he's not. No, John's intelligent. He's not retarded. But but a lot of people don't see it. I see it because of my history in the tech sector. Is that AI has already been in the world of tech for probably the last 6-7 years, and most people haven't even known. When you think about like documentation reading and like if you use SkySlope, right? Like we use some transaction management system. When you upload that form, it's intelligent enough to know what form you've actually uploaded. Like that's AI. That's not
even to the minor. Like autocorrect is a small little form of it. Like everybody uses Waze in Google Maps. It's calculating all this stuff and figuring out your best way based on a language model.
Who uses Google Maps?
Waze.
Doesn't?
I do.
I use Waze.
I use Google Maps.
I use Google Maps.
You don't say Maps. You use Safari Maps from
I use Apple Maps.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, it's
Apple
that's
doesn't
why
like
you're
to share
late.
their data, so they're not as accurate.
Yeah, Apple's great because they don't share the data, but
Gee.
Google Maps is better because they do share
Right.
the data.
Yeah.
And Waze is owned by Google now, so they bought them a while back.
Well, I mean, somebody's tracking it at all times.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
It don't matter.
Multiple
They're
different ways.
listening to us right now.
I saw a video with Tucker Carlson said he only drives like this 1979 S10 Chevy stick shift that has no computers in it, so nobody can track him.
What about his phone?
It's like,
should.
just get lost.
Because a lot of people probably want to get at Tucker Carlson.
Tucker
unfortunately.
Carlson's a fucking.
Oh, he didn't say it.
Have you heard the AI phone calls?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I broke it the last couple of times, like, because I started asking it questions because I wanted to see, and then it just literally it's like I'm broken, and you go talk to the employee and transfer it.
So
I actually
But
have to
that's
do
because you
that too.
intentionally did it.
what's your favorite pizza?
But how many times does a first level call get broken in with a human also and have to take it over to give it to somebody else?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Most salespeople can't make phone calls very good, anyways.
He's so right.
He's looking at me.
50% of
Have you heard
realtors.
Ken?
Yeah, you just put the thing on the thing and you sign the paper and
Yeah,
I'll
you
sell
know.
your house. Like,
Bam.
We put it on the net so it gets sold. It's awesome. Everything is awesome.
I just click the button and it somehow syndicates to Zillow and Realtor.com and sells itself.
I like to always say, I'm on a team.
Yeah.
They do it.
I'm on a team. You get all of the team with my services.
I'm the face.
But there was talks about Biden's Oval Office speech being AI.
The one where he
Yeah.
said, pause.
Where the one, yeah,
Pause.
no, the one where he announced that he was not going to run anymore because they're like, well, look, his head moves, but his hair doesn't. Like his hair literally, like he turned his head and his blotch of hair stayed over here. Like it was not even attached to his head anymore.
Because it's not, I mean, he's 6 inches taller now.
His hair fell off his head.
Isn't it crazy though? Like literally, it's so crazy that we're sitting here joking about, like, and it's like when it's real.
Well, you
it's
almost, you have to make it a joke. Like,
It's so upsetting.
I mean, most of our jobs are going to be
We'll all
done
be
better
replaced.
by a computer.
Yeah.
You'll have to.
Unless you're like an electrician or something.
Not like me though,
But
because
then
I
again,
screw it up every once in a while. You know,
They
can't do it just like
They can't do it like me.
Nope, bet you can't do it on me.
None of them,
Nope.
none of them can fuck shit up like that.
Not one.
I'd like to see AI miss the option period date.
Fix that.
Whoops. It'll just get a lender to write a phony letter and say we can't get financing.
Just ChatGPT don't do it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, it's. I mean, AI is because it used to be called machine learning, is what they used to call it.
No,
Now it's just-
it done did learned.
Yeah, it done learn. So one of the softwares that I worked on was a proprietary software that was able to basically learn humanistic behaviors. So it essentially took human input and would learn human input and how to actually intelligently respond to that input. And it was for a big real estate tech company. So, but it was, I mean, it was sweet. I mean, I was doing that 10 years ago, before I got into real estate.
You're hurting my head. How do you make ones and zeros learn?
You're talking about binary code there.
That's my whole point, though.
1-0-0-0-1-0-0-1-0-0-1.
I mean, how does something like that learn to learn?
String theory.
Well, they like
yeah.
plug it
They throw-
in, and it's
they
like
throw
every
a
other
two in it.
option. And
So here,
Yeah.
listen to this, Mike. So this came out. I saw this today actually on Tesla. I sent it to somebody else. So Tesla, they just revealed in Q2 2024, this last quarter, they recorded one crash for every 6.88 million miles driven in which drivers were using autopilot technology.
That's pretty good.
By comparison, the most recent data available for the National Highway Transportation Safety and all that from 2022, people are 1 in every 670,000 miles. So
I think we
from
lower
an
than that.
insurance,
It's like
from an insurance standpoint, you got 1 in every 6.8 million or 1 in every 610x.
Yeah.
have you been in a Tesla on auto drive?
I have.
It's the weirdest feeling
It
ever.
freaks me out because it gets so close to the cars in
You're a
front of
high.
you.
Yeah.
You're a high D. Talking about this guy, like you want control though.
I was out in Phoenix one year for a conference, and I had one of those non-driving Teslas pick me up. Like, not the non-driving, but the had no driver in it. And I'm like, what is this crap? And it's like, you get in it and literally takes you, and you're like, holy shit. Like,
That's pretty awesome.
this is
cool.
You don't have to make small talk.
No,
Oh,
it's the most bizarre feeling, though.
Every time I get an Uber, and it's like, I'm not going to be a dick.
do you say that? Don't talk to anyone.
No, I talk to every single one of them, unless they don't want to talk. And then it's like, Oh,
Great.
thank God. But like almost every single time I'll get in and they want to start talking. So we start talking about just stuff I really don't like. I talked about the laws of power with one dude, and I'm like, "Get me the fuck out of this car!" Like, and he just kept going, and I'm like,
not outshining you, baby.
And I'm like, "Oh man, that is so interesting. Tell me more."
Just don't kill me.
I mean, some of those Uber drivers are really getting into it though. Like you get in the back of their seat and they have like a whole convenience store in the back seat for you.
Yeah, that's a little much. I
Yeah,
just
they're
wanna
like,
get to my
what kind of
place.
candy do you want? I'm like, oh god,
I don't need
you
to be
want-
upsold
Yeah,
here.
you want a breath mint? What do you need?
They don't get very- I mean-
if I take that, do I have to give you a bigger tip?
Of course.
So I guess on that point, maybe let's toss it to James, or actually John probably know it more, but
Definitely would.
is a Tesla more cost efficient to insure, or is it less cost efficient to insure?
It's so with most of the companies out there, they're going to charge a higher price just because if something bad happens to it, it's $25,000 to replace that battery. Right. And so it's a very costly repair, and there's a bunch of things that could happen. So.
Right. Like the bumpers and the sensors, like those are super expensive to replace.
Yeah.
If the battery goes out over long-term maintenance, then
Yeah.
that's
That's
really
not
that's not
covered,
covered.
right.
But there could be some type of error. You drove into a puddle, right? Took out the battery system or something like
Right.
that. That is going to be super expensive.
Yeah, like something like that, and that would be covered, right? If you
Hit a
took it through a low
Yeah.
water crossing, right, and it destroys the battery, it's like, oh well, that's a total.
Right.
And then some of them may or may not catch on fire. I don't know. But
Well, you saw the one that went over the cliff, though. Did you see that?
When they were
bad day.
driving really fast.
No. The guy tried to kill himself. He had as a guy out of California. He had him, his wife, and his 2 kids. That he drove a Tesla over a 250-foot cliff, and all survived.
And they sentenced him, right?
His wife was like, "Don't do anything." She supported. He had a mental health break and stuff like that. But literally drove it, and but everybody lived. Can you imagine that though?
That's
Like you try to
crazy.
kill your family, and they're like, you have to wake up the next day and say, "Sorry."
That's yeah.
I don't want to remember that.
What do you want for breakfast? Would you like some tacos from Bill Miller's?
But that's the thing is too is though, like it's so safe. It doesn't matter how safe it is, right? Because it's from an insurance standpoint,
Yeah.
it's the damage to the people you caught, like their car, that's
Yeah.
really costly.
yeah, so and Tesla has their own insurance now, and so if you are a good driver, sometimes Tesla's insurance is really, really inexpensive. Sometimes it's really, really expensive because they track every single thing you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so they're tracking everything. So, like, well, this guy's a dumbass. He goes like 95 on a 50 almost every day.
At 1 a.m. on a Friday morning.
Yeah, we are definitely not going to give him the $50 a month or the $100 a month rate. Like, he's getting $500 a month because he drives like a
Retard.
dummy.
Yeah.
I talked to a younger guy in Tennessee. He had a Tesla, and then Tesla insurance pulled out of Tennessee, and he had to sell it because he just couldn't afford the insurance anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I saw an article on the Cybertruck. I guess there was the first first wreck of a Cybertruck.
The semi.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, it was the semi. The first when the semi trucks had a wreck.
Oh wow.
They're talking a lot of Cybertrucks are wrecked,
A lot of Cybertruck.
but the semi trucks.
I know Whistling Diesel beats the crap out of his.
Who's that?
You don't know? He's a YouTuber.
Oh. Shout out to Whistling Diesel.
Shout out to Whistling. He was taking an axe to his F-150.
You know you're watching.
Yeah, we think Joe Rogan's watching. We might have Joe Rogan watching the podcast.
Could be.
Yeah, we're having Tim Duncan on ours, right, Red?
We just don't know when, but it'll be there.
And Andrew Weissman. We're gonna have it.
Oh, that's awesome.
From Mr. Juicy.
Yeah, you gotta let me know that day because I want to just go.
Thank
just
him.
Kiss his ring.
Oh, my wife's calling. Should we put her on?
Plug her in. It's plugged up.
All right, it's your fault. You've called, and now we're plugging you in. Wait,
Hi, Gina. Wait.
Oh, you are now live on
That-
live on the Homes
that-
and Homies.
He kind of.
Hey, Gina.
Hi there.
What's up?
How you doing? We just ate some of your cookies and Rice Krispie treats. They were delicious.
Those cookies were
Oh, okay.
amazing.
Well, thank you.
There was more in the
I
bag.
asked him if he was done
I said,
so that I wouldn't get this.
oh, I thought
Did you send more than two?
I thought you said you still
He
with the
said,
homes
yes,
and homies.
I'm done.
Oh,
So,
I thought I misread the question.
no, you didn't misread
I
it.
really did. I didn't mean to do that.
There's absolutely no way I'm believing
Hey,
that.
give her the air horn.
It's all on tape.
There you go.
We'll play it back for you.
He only showed up with 2 cookies though.
A bit of a moisture.
Were there more in there?
There was more. So they were on my desk for and they disappeared. I
He
don't
only
know.
brought 2 cookies.
No, there was 4. There was more when I got to the office, but I don't. The gremlins ate them. It wasn't me. I think Drew ate
Wow.
one.
Did he?
I think so. I don't know. I went to lunch and came back. There was less. I don't know who ate them, but it wasn't me.
Wow.
It's a testament to your baking.
Well, they didn't turn out exactly how I wanted them, but the idea was there. So I'm going to try it again at some other point in time, but not.
Well,
A little bit moist. A little bit moist, but I like them.
I don't think a banana should be a cookie though.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
It's like a banana bread cookie.
Got it.
I don't know.
I'm interested.
As far as cookies go, I'd put it on the lower scale. It's like the pain scale. It's like
Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was supposed to turn out exactly like that. I thought it tasted okay.
It was delicious. It was delicious, Gina.
The
Don't let Mike.
Yeah,
Talk
I think it was fantastic.
Gina, what happened to Mike's neck? I'm seeing
No,
like
I just.
there's like a giant red.
Well, I was shaving this morning. I nicked it, and I just picked at what I nicked. And
Did he
now
mess with you, and did you have to whoop his butt this weekend?
Figure it out.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
he was talking mess
don't
about
know
cookies.
anything about it. So this is the first time hearing about it.
So if this were a movie, this cookie would be like Despicable 4.
Dang. At least it wasn't Twister, according to Ken.
All right, I already heard your review on that movie, so
You ever heard the Twister review or Despicable 4? It was
I've-
it was okay. It was me. All right.
I see where I stand.
Before I get any
Yesterday,
more trouble, I will call you when I'm finished.
okay, wonderful idea. Did you tell them about your sock incident in Taco Bell?
Mike, wait,
I
you
need
ate
to know
Taco
about
Bell?
this, Gina. Please tell me about the
Okay.
sock incident.
I'll tell
Tell
the
them
sock
about
incident.
that.
So basically,
Tell
I
them
was
the whole thing.
I was
Alright, goodbye.
No, Gina, stay on. I need you to
to verify the
I
truth
need
of
you
my
to
story.
verify that this was the whole story.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I only brought one pair of shoes to Louisiana. I forgot a pair, and they were soaking wet. So I took them off the drive, and we stopped at Taco Bell, and I was just like, I'm not putting these wet shoes on. So I went in the Taco Bell with my socks on, and they were bright blue socks. And she's like, she wouldn't stay in the lobby with me because I was wearing socks. Not a big deal.
Like everything's par for the course. You're like, you went to Louisiana with one shoe, one sock. You stopped at Taco Bell. Like,
Your shirt had a hole in
You're
it.
at Taco Bell in Louisiana. I think that's completely
But
appropriate.
no, but the Taco Bell was in Texas. It was on the way back.
Yeah, it's still okay.
I was
East Texas,
just
which is
humiliated.
But you're in East Texas. There's no one to be humiliated.
Yeah, it's kind of the norm, right?
Well,
What city was that in, anyways?
Probably orange.
Rusk.
Rusk,
You're good.
Texas.
You're golden.
They're like, man, look at these fancy people. He's got blue socks.
He must have washed them with his jeans again.
Look, you see that shirt? It's only got one hole in it.
Well, so
I was wearing my
did you
skinny
tell them
jeans.
that when we looked at the trailers?
Oh, we didn't
just
talk about
amazingly-
trailers. No, we didn't talk about trailers yet.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Keep going.
no.
I'm just wondering what it is. I mean, it's a small travel trailer is what we were looking for, and the people that you meet that are selling these things are the most interesting, eclectic. people.
Interesting is a good word.
Interesting.
Oh, you can make so much meth in this bad boy.
Raise your hand if
all
you're
of
thinking
them are
math.
actually, like engaged or married or dating someone, and I don't know. I just don't know how that's possible. That none of them were single. I just was thinking
They were all very
how did
large
these
women,
people all find somebody?
and their men were like this big around.
That's the thing.
It was just very
That's the
interesting. And so we talked to several different. I mean, it wasn't even in the same city, and it was all the same across the whole region.
I think that means y'all are not getting a travel trailer.
No, we got one.
Oh, did you?
1968.
Oh.
Airstream?
Yes,
No, it's a
Aristocrat.
Aristocrat
Ooh.
low line.
That sounds fancy.
Mike is fancy.
It was built by in aircraft quality. It's got steel beams.
Okay, so tell them how we got home.
I drove the truck and it followed us. The trailer.
What
That's what that
about-
happens. So it had no lights or.
It had no lights. We had no title we did have a
had
title, but
that.
we didn't think the title went to it. And we couldn't see around the back of the car. And
You hit a car.
No, we got there safely. No,
It's cool.
no tickets, no nothing.
You're not supposed to mention all of this stuff with the insurance.
Yeah, it's like
people,
it's cool.
right?
We just insure that truck and
it was just
Totally
you know,
safe.
a little bit of the most redneck stuff I've done in a long time. So that was just
And we found some meth in
I
there.
miss days like that.
And we tried it.
Was it good?
And we get it.
We get it.
Did you watch
it
the
was
news
just
after
a
you
little
did it?
bit
just a little bit redneck.
too much excitement for me.
That sounds like an eventful weekend.
No,
was.
there's no tickets, no police involved. There was no, it was uneventful.
There was no tickets or police. We didn't have any lights.
Rookie
so-
rednecks.
That's just driving home on a
Well,
Sunday.
they gave us a light kit, but we didn't have any what am I thinking, wire cutters or anything in the car. So we had a good half an hour to an hour that we were at a gas station that you would have thought we were high, but we were not.
Meth.
And we were trying to use fingernail clippers to be wire clippers to hook up these lights. And then we didn't have any kind of the little
Electrical
bolts
tape.
or whatever. So we were trying to do this with Band-Aids. And
It didn't work.
yeah, so it was real exciting. Waste of time, but it did get back to the house.
It's home and it's safe.
Got a trailer.
Now Mike's got a
It's in
project.
Louisiana.
It's at the other house.
So did y'all ever
it
finish
is
the house?
there.
I mean, the trades are in there doing stuff. So I think the plumber starts this week. So we're getting there.
You did all the demo already.
Demo,
is.
cleaned
Yeah.
it.
Got the mold remediated.
Mold is all remediated. Electrical's in.
Yeah.
AC's going in this week. Plumbing this week.
You know what makes a great doghouse when you're in trouble? A
Louisiana.
trailer. just so you know,
Yeah.
Mike.
Well, hopefully we have electric on when he's in the doghouse. Otherwise, it's gonna be real freaking hot.
Yeah,
there.
I got all swept
So-
up today. All right, we got to end this. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Bye.
Damn, Gina.
Damn, Gina. I had to.
Martin Lawrence.
All right.
John's
Give us-
signature.
Give us the gorilla. Wait, where's the outro? We don't have it on the board.
Are we
Oh, here,
doing
hold
mortgage updates? No?
Oh, we already did that.
Okay, got it.
that's
Did we
top
do
of the hour.
mortgage updates?
Yeah, we did mortgage updates.
It's
Insurance update, James.
It's expensive. And getting more expensive.
Yeah, nothing's changed right now.
Yep.
Nothing's
Except the
changed.
prices.
Still on fire.
Right. Burl came through.
Dumpster fire.
Was
right.
there another hurricane?
You ready for the new outro?
that
Here
one
we
hit
go.
Florida, though.
Here's the outro. All right.
Thanks for tuning in to the Homes and Homies podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more updates.
Like and subscribe.
Click the subscribe, bitches. Smash it, homie.
and check out All Things San Antonio.
That's right.
Yes. Check out All Things San Antonio. Can you put like a little
Yeah,
All
link.
Things
We'll
link
put a
to it?
link
We'll
or
put it up there.
We'll put it up there.
Down.
Wait.
And wrap.
No, he has to do his signature.
Right.